The supplies that you'll need for your pumpkins are one 5 inches by 9 inches piece of fabric, and that will be per pumpkin that you make. You'll need the printed template that I've included with the pattern, and then twine to hang your pumpkin, so you can use anything for that. Polyfill, and then for the stem, I'm using this, it's called twill tape. You can also use ribbon, that works fine also. You'll need a marking tool. So depending on the color of your fabric, I used a chalk pencil in this one. You'll need clips and pins. Okay, to start your garland, go ahead and just cut out your template. So for these ones, I like to fold mine in half. And then this fabric, you can also double it up. So I've just doubled my fabric. So with these two pieces, I'm going to make 2 pumpkins. And then I just double check that the template's fitting correctly and pin it into place. And then I'm using a chalk pencil so that it shows up on my fabric. And I'm just going to trace around the template. We're going to sew on the right side, and the wrong sides are facing each other. So if your fabric has a right side and a wrong side, make sure that the wrong sides are touching. Go ahead and remove those pins, and then keep those fabric pieces layered up, and then repin them so that we're going to cut them out. So you just don't want them to shift around too much. So right now we're just going to cut 4 layers of fabric. All right, once you've cut out all of the pieces, go ahead and remove the pins, and we are going to sew 2 pieces together. And just like when we were laying out the fabric, we're going to do wrong sides together. So we're just going to go ahead and sew on the right side. So you're just going to line them up, and you're going to cut your ribbon loop. This is like a canvasy ribbon, and you're going to want 4 inches per pumpkin. So we've got 2 pumpkins here, so I'm just going to mark out 2 4-inch pieces. So layer your pumpkins on top of each other, wrong sides together. And then go ahead and fold that ribbon piece in half, and you're going to tuck that in between the 2 layers. And the fold is on the outside. Clip it into place. And then I'm just going to pin those 2 layers so they don't shift around when I sew it. So we're going to take it to the sewing machine and leave an opening at the very bottom. Back stitch, you're going to sew all the way around, and then back stitch again. So leave that opening so that we can stuff it in a little while. All right, so I have sewn all the way around, and I made sure to backstitch at the beginning and the end, and I left an opening, and also that I've caught that ribbon so that it doesn't come loose later. And now we're just going to stuff it with just a little bit of polyfill. You may want to make just a bunch of pumpkins and do them all batched together. That might be helpful. So cut them all, pin them all, sew them all, and then stuff them all. And then that way you'll have the amount of pumpkins you want to decorate with. All right, so I've got my pumpkins stuffed, and I'm going to take them to the sewing machine and close up that bottom edge and make sure to backstitch at the beginning and the end. And there we have our finished pumpkins. And now you can, the edges, you can fray them so it makes them look a little bit more rustic. And now we just string them onto your twine or your string, whatever you want to hang the pumpkins on. So I made these yellow ones earlier, so I'm just going to alternate them here, but you can do all one color, you can alternate, it's up to you. And now you're ready to hang your fun pumpkin garland.